One of the disappointments of the 2014 football season was the absence due to injuries of Jabrill Peppers, the nation's #1 recruit a year ago. We started his first ever interview at U of M by talking about the medical red shirt he was recently granted.
I did my research and I found out there was something called the 30% rule, and I knew I didn't play more than 30% of the season. And also there was talk about if you don't play in your conference play, it's a great possibility that you'll be granted one. So, I had great faith, and based on my research, I really wasn't questioning it, not, only playing 2.5 games.
That time away did two things for the New Jersey Prep standout. The first, motivation to return with a vengeance.
I'm definitely more hungry than ever right now. I'm very excited. Spring ball is right around the corner. I just can't really wait to showcase what I can really do and, be the things that I told myself and set the goals that I told myself that I would get and the things I said I would be.
What has it done for you mentally to maybe appreciate the opportunity, the game, and everything you have in front of you?
Just as you said, it definitely opened my eyes to a lot, things that I may have taken for granted in the past, and me being young, wanting to be out there and not necessarily knowing how to be injured, by keeping team morale, keeping the guys' spirits up, because especially if you guys aren't doing as great as you'd like to, then you have to sit down and watch when you feel as though, you can help the team in some aspect, in some way. It was definitely heartbreaking, but at the same time, you just got to be mature enough, grow up, and, take it for what it is.
Due to his insulation from the media, Peppers is largely an unknown commodity. We asked him to step back and tell us about his personality.
When I'm on the field, I'm a totally different person. I'm vibrant, I talk a lot, I'm enthusiastic, but, off the field, I'm just kind of laid back, a guy that just wants to get work done, and, just a cool guy, I guess. It's definitely been good. The people on campus are very friendly. Ann Arbor is a very friendly town. Even my classmates kept my spirits up, when I was going through my injury, when I was walking around on crutches and things like that. So it's definitely good to be a student here.
With his free time, the speedster says he likes to study, work out, and make music.
I like to rap, like to sing a little bit. I have a little setup in my room to record music. I'm trying to work on going into a class where I can use the studio that's on campus. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Can you give us a couple seconds of something?
Not right now.
You take a pass on that one?
Yeah, I'll take a pass. I'm sorry.
Back to the serious side, we asked Jabrill what he's most looking forward to when spring ball gets underway.
I'm just happy to be back and to be able to actually play and, to go full speed without having to tone anything down or without worrying about, if I cut too hard, is my knee gonna tweak again, or am I gonna roll my ankle again? So I'm just most excited about just getting back out there with the guys and, showing everyone what I can do, because I still have a lot to prove, because I really haven't done anything yet.
Yet being the key word for U of M fans, their next opportunity to see Peppers live will be the spring game at noon on April 4th. Reporting for MGoBlue.com, I'm Ed Kingerski.